Have you filed your 2025 taxes yet? Well, if not, here's a reminder. The deadline is April 15, 2026. And if that just made your heart skip a beat just now, well, don't worry. Today, we're going to be talking about how to file your taxes for the first time in 2026. And I'm going to be breaking it down to you in the simplest way possible. And so, open up your second device right next to you and let's get started. But before you do file your taxes, excuse my disgusting handwriting, but I think it gets the job done. What you need to first do is to determine whether or not you need to file your taxes. How do you know if you need to file your taxes? Well, I'm glad you asked. Essentially, if you made little to no money, you may not need to file your taxes this year. In simpler terms, if you're broke, like I am, you're good. However, unfortunately for me, I am not broke enough. Let me explain. Now, whether or not you need to file your taxes will deeply depend on your state. And if you live in the state of California like I do, on paper, if you're single and you're under 65, if you made more than $14,600 in the year 2025, you need to file your taxes. And if you're married and you're under 65 and you're filing your taxes jointly, that number is going to be $29,200 plus. And depending on your scenario, if you made more than these numbers, you may not need to file taxes. However, it might be beneficial to you still to file taxes, even if you don't have to, because you may get a refund, and that's free money from the state. And with that said, it's time for step number 2. Gather all of your documents. Because remember, legally speaking, you need to include all of your income. And yes, unfortunately, that does include that $10 you got from the Tooth Fairy. And here are a few documents to keep in mind. The most important one is going to be W-2. If you're just an employee in any states in America, you probably most likely will have a W-2 sent to you by the end of the year. You need to get that from your employer and file your taxes, please. Excuse my disgusting handwriting again, but 1099 NEC. This is going to be your freelance / any side gigs that you had in 2025. 1099 INT. Now, this is going to be your bank interest. Any promotion that you got last year when you opened your checking account, or if you have a high yield savings account, find this document and report it. 1099 DIV. Find that document. If you have dividends income, report it. And if you're a crypto bros, well, good news. You're going to have to report your taxes just like the rest of us using that 1099-B form. Find that if you have any crypto earnings or losses. Do not move to Dubai to get zero tax, okay? Remember, Uncle Sam will always find you. But even if you do it legally and you do move to Dubai, you're gonna lose all your family. So there's always a pros and cons. Good luck. And lastly, if you're a college student like me, find this form, 1098T. Find that form. It's going to show all of your tuition fees, all your class costs, or your textbook, whatever. Maybe not your textbook, but the rest. It will show it in this form, and you can deduct your taxes. It could significantly help you in writing off your taxes if you're eligible. And remember, if you're a college student, you could be eligible for programs such as American Opportunity Credit and student loan interest deduction. And lastly, before I move on to step number 3, if you were a crypto bro or if you had any trading losses, essentially, you could write off your taxes. So document those, write it down, find the eligible proof and documents. And in this specific scenario, the more you lost, the better. So hey, maybe that $10,000 you lost in crypto trading wasn't that bad after all. Nah, this is cool. Anyways, step number 3. But first, it's time for a deep clean. And while I'm deep cleaning, I might as well just tell you about the 3rd step. The 3rd step is to basically find the correct website. Because big websites like TurboTax or the corporate giants, they usually charge you for more advanced tax filing tools. And the ones they do give out for free those are usually limited. And that's how they get you. That's how they get you to pay. And so it is fine if your tax situation is simple enough, but preferably if you want it completely free and to not be limited by some corporate greedy giant, you could use free tax filing websites. And in order to find those websites, you can go ahead and go on irs.gov and then type in tax filing websites and find it on there. And it will give you a bunch of tax filing websites that for free that you can use, but only if you qualify. And the website that I'm going to be using to demonstrate today is going to be called Free Tax USA. And to qualify for that one, I believe is $89,000 a year or less. So basically, if you're broke like me, you can use that website for free to file your taxes, which is always amazing. Voila, it's as if I just bought it. But anyways, once you have found a free tax filing website that works best for you, it is time to move on to the next step. But first, I want to let you know that for this video, for this example, I'm going to be showing my very own experience for when I first filed my tax a couple weeks ago. I learned everything myself, which is why I'm recording this video right now so that I can teach you on how to file your taxes for the first time as well. And in my example, again, I use Free Tax USA. I'm not sponsored by them. It's just a website that I used and it happened to be pretty convenient and I liked it. And with that said, step number 4. And for this one, I'm gonna move aside a little bit. And it is to create your free account once you have found your designated website. And once you have created your account, you can now begin entering all of your information. And while you do that, I'm gonna be changing my shirt. I literally just spilled on myself. How did I look? Better? Worse? Let's move on. By now, I hope you have all your information ready because it's gonna be a lot of information inputting. Stuff such as your address, your social security number, your bank information, and most importantly, all of your income statements. And also, if applicable, if you have them, your dependents info, your education information, and lastly, your investment information as well. And with that said, lastly, I just want to tell you that if you are under 26, be sure to check whether or not you are still a dependent with your mom or dad, or in some cases, maybe your foster home or your uncle and aunt. And with that said, it's time for step number 5. Report all of your income. Now, this is actually one of the most important steps because it will determine whether or not you will be punished by the IRS in the future, or even worse, whether or not you will go to jail. Believe me when I emphasize for you to report all your income. Please take your time and please double check everything. And also, if you have incorrect info, it may delay your refund. So there's that as well. And with that said, now it's time to answer the big question. Will you get a refund this year? Well, to be honest with you, and I'm sorry for saying this, but it depends. Let's just say if last year you had a lot of taxes withheld from your paychecks, well, then you may qualify for a refund. However, if the opposite happened, aka if nothing was withheld from your taxes, you may get nothing, and even worse, and in some cases, you may even owe money. However, I do have some good news. You might qualify for both state and federal refunds. So be sure to file for both in order to maximize your refunds. So let's just say you were gonna get nothing from your state refunds. Well, there's a chance you might get something from your federal refunds. Let's now talk about your refund timeline. Let's just say you just filed your taxes today. And let's just say you set up direct deposit. Well, it may take 2 to 3 weeks for your direct deposit to come into your bank account. And in some rare scenarios, it may take even up to 6 weeks. And yes, I get it. We all need that tax refund ASAP in order to blow on that next vacation. And so, in order to check your refund status, you can go ahead and go to irs.gov/refund. And that website will give you your refund status. And with that said, that brings me to step number 7. Setting up your direct deposit. If the tax filing website says that you're eligible for a refund, you can go ahead and put in your bank information, both your routing number and account number. And you want to get that done ASAP. The sooner you get it done, the sooner you get that money. And also, you might run into problems with your tax filing, which is why you got it done early, right? And when there is a problem that popped up, it's no big deal, to be honest. The website just usually email you telling you that the IRS has declined your tax file. And then you just go ahead and resubmit it and you just fix your error. It's not a big deal, but that's why you want to finish ASAP so that you can get that fixed ASAP before the due date. And in the unfortunate scenario where it turns out that you do owe money, well, you can go ahead and set up your credit card and debit card payment. Yes, I know it sucks, but it is what it is. This is why we file our taxes on time, folks. And with that said, that brings me to step number 8. Submit and save your PDFs. Once you have finished everything, go ahead and submit your tax documents and everything, and then go ahead and save all of the PDFs. And once you have it saved, either it's physical or online, keep it safe for the next 3 to 6 years. Why do I want you to keep it, you may ask? Well, within that time period of 3 to 6 years, the IRS may audit your finances and your taxes in general. And in that scenario, you'll be ready. The best way to keep your taxes safe is to either get a physical folder and then put all your physical documents in there, or go ahead and make that secured Google Drive folder and then put all your documents into there. But be sure not to delete or throw away your files in general. The bottom line is just keep it secured. And with all of those steps out of the way, congratulations, you have just filed your taxes. You are now an adult. I am so proud of you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. I'm going to be making a tax video soon. And be sure to let me know down in the comments down below. Have you filed your taxes yet? If so, good job. If not, when are you going to do it? Remember, the deadline is April 15, 2026. Do it. Maybe rewind the video and redo it again or whatever. Just get it done, please. And lastly, I think you enjoyed this next video of how to legally avoid your taxes. And with all of that said, thank you for watching and I hope you have a good day. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.